Welcome back, welcome back. You already know what it is. GMB, we up. Shout out to the Spiral Gang. Um, Good day today. It's beautiful out. Kids out here laughing, goofing off on their parents. I feel sorry for parents, but I swear, you just gotta start taking it easy on your kids. Well, not saying that I've seen anybody do anything bad or nothing. Just don't get yourself frustrated. They're there to fuck with you, bro. Like, point blank. The one thing I realized about raising kids is they teach you, or they should teach you, how to deal with being antagonized, or, you know, excessively something, like questions, excessively having to do something for somebody, you know? I think that's why the Father said, know thyself and all those good things, you know? Because once you know yourself, you know your anger, you know your happiness, you know your sadness, sound the horns, and you can begin to understand when you may or may not, do the right thing. So when they don't, you don't get so mad. Like that one little skit I played in that one video, I'm not sure if y'all, because I put my videos out a lot different again. I'm back to the make a video Monday but put it out Friday type shit. Sound the whole, that's funny. So I said I would do it to you. Look at you now. Look at you now. Look at you now. Look at you now. Working hard now. We're working real hard now. Anyway, my ego has to do, Vegeta's got to fucking come out and everything. Can I be happy with my victories? I don't care what you people feel. I'm sure plenty of you are like, oh, look at this guy, he fucking making fun. Nah, niggas just laughing at me. I ain't laughing, I'm just telling the truth. I literally told them what was gonna happen. And then I told them in the video, because I knew he was watching, when this happens, I'm gonna walk past you. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm just gonna, go about my business. Guess he didn't believe that. I bet you believe now. Bet you now. Let me stop. Stop it. Anyway, we came to teach a lesson about morality. And we got the soft, soothing music playing now out of nowhere. I don't know who's doing it, but thank you. Because music calms the beast within. You know? It always calms you down. So I love listening to music when I want to talk about certain things, because I get angry about everything almost. I'm sure you do too. Not everything, but we all get mad at things. But like I was talking to Society Spiral today, I'm gonna call you Spiral from now on. Sound of horns. We had a great discussion and figured out that there's division in everything and everybody, and that leads to people, not really having this trust amongst each other to understand the truths that you believe in, even if it's not all true, Like, everybody has a team now, but everybody's still complaining and shit, or don't believe certain things or whatever. We can't even come together and just be. And it was just really, like I told today, I said, it's crazy how you got your beliefs, like you're an atheist, and I believe in the Lord. Opposite. Yin and yang. And we actually both still understand that there's law and good and evil and stuff, And then other people got a debate about it. It's crazy. Anyway, that ain't the main thing. That's a little shout out and something for people to think about when you come across people that look different from you or think different from you. You can learn something. They can do something. They can be useful in some way. And you could be useful to them in some way. No matter what you are in the world, no matter what you believe in, we all like when people are kind to us. Honest. Who doesn't like an honest person? Even bad guys like that. You know? They don't want nobody to get them. The liar loves honest people. He's like, look, all these victims. We got a garden of Eden over here, and I'm playing the snake. Now, let's get on to this morality thing instead of making these fucking side jokes like I'm a comedian or something. How you doing? Yo, get your grandmother, bro. I ain't gonna keep saying this shit. Y'all gotta get your grandmother, bro. No disrespect to anybody in particular or nothing, but, it's understandable. It's hot. You can do whatever you want, but then you can't say to the young ones, you can't say shit. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. See, Daddy agrees. He's around. He said, yeah, if you do it, you can't pop shit then. You ain't got no right. They got nothing to look up to or have no one tell them, nah, do this. Like, I don't know. I miss the good old days of do what the fuck I told you and don't do what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing, little nigga. I pay the bills around here. I don't care. I'm telling you, you can't do it. Until you get out on your own, then you can do that. Until then, you're going to follow these laws. You're going to do these things that's going to make you a better person. I get you don't like it. I get it's hard. I get it's boring. But when you're older, it won't be boring. It'll be real fun when you're making money and you're in the gym, you're hitting the weights and you're doing all these things and it's nothing to you. It's just regular stuff. While everybody else is looking around like, yo, how do you just do that? I don't know how you could just get up and do these things. It's a routine I built. I'm a transformer. It's what my father built me into. It's what my mother built me into. And now that I got built into this mold of an average, decent person, because you ain't great, you know what I mean? Then you get to have your personality. They shape your body, get your mind right on some realities of laws and effects about reality. Get it? Anyway, so I thought of a great question. Women have the right to take life. And technically men don't. Now, what I mean by that is when it comes to the children, ultimately now it is like 80 to 90, I don't know, I don't, I haven't been through the situation face to face or, a certain way. So, but I've seen it happen, and 90% or 99% of the time it's the woman's choice, right? Like if she doesn't want to have a baby, right? She can have an abortion. Now, the one common thing I've watched many people back in the day before it was allowed and popular, I've watched, because it's probably like before my time or whatever, a little bit, or during it, I don't know, who cares? The point is, I've watched many of them say and use this great argument of we should legalize this because there are men out there that are, savages, and they're taking women and doing what they want, and they're making these babies
RDR style. And a woman should have the right to not want to have that child because, you know what I mean, he's a maniac. And, you know, as a man, I can't I don't have to go through that. So, you know, I don't object in a way, but I do now that I'm a part of the, like, you know, Most High stuff, because I realize that if he allows you to be born, he could have use for you. So, you know, if he's raised up right, that's neither here nor there. I don't even wish I knew what they were saying. Sound like you're going hard. That beat fire. Um, so I've come to this dilemma because, you know, this has happened to me more than once, and I've actually, you know, chose to do it myself and push for it. So I know what it's like to be on both ends of the spectrum. So I definitely have a right to speak. You know, and when I say men, it's really, it's such a like when we're young, we don't want to do it. You know, we're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be with you or whatever. All these, sometimes they just don't like you. You know, right? But sometimes it's not always bad. And then we got the RDRs. You know. But the thing is, where I'm like, the morality question is like, why are women looked at as nothing? Like, it's okay. But if a man, if we decide, we're looked at as like literal monsters. They're like, you bastard, you forced her. Oh. Wear a dress, ladies. If you wear jeans all day and you know, you're a little tired of not being looked at, or you just want to feel good, wear a dress. I see this teacher wear sound no horns. That's for one of you. That's for one of you. One of you's like somebody, and you probably don't get the look that you want. Now you go put a decent dress on. If you don't know how to walk in heels, alright, don't put the heels on. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't do that. But I see this teacher walk by all the time. She's very tall, very skinny, and she reminds me of like a tomboy. I keep thinking she's like a fucking a gym teacher or something, you know, the way but she's a teacher, so she's just dressing. But she always has jeans and a shirt and her hair to the back, like regular. And, you know, I didn't even recognize her right there. I was like, who the fuck is that? And, you know, it's amazing how women will look one way, and then all you gotta do is one little thing, and then boom, you're like a whole nother person. I wish it was so easy like that for men. Like, real talk. It really wish it. Anyway, how and why? You know? Because when you're with the Lord, you look at both people that make that choice is bad. You're like, you're both bad. You're both wrong because you're taking life. You know? And for me, being the subject of it on both ends, that's something that eats you up. It eats you up for a long time, especially when you're the cause of it, you know? That plagued me my whole life. Always got to do the what if, you know? Then you want to make up for what you did because you find the Lord or whatever, and you're like, yo, you're a monster. You're a monster. See, that's why I got a lifetime commitment to the Lord, because I can accept my sins and say, you know, I didn't know. And now that I know, you gonna pay what you owe, Pookie. Oh, pook. And it just amazes me that, you know what I mean, my father took me on that journey of, after my first time of choosing not to want to go through what happened, he, because he's controller of all things, he, I don't want to say it's a punishment, but to me it's a punishment, because I always, since I was a kid, wanted to have a kid, so, you know, I flushed my dream away. You get it? And then after that, more and more every time I didn't choose and they chose secretly, or, you know, miscarriages and shit. And that shit always made me feel like, damn, why is God punishing me? And then I always go back to, well, you didn't want that first one, remember? Thought you was somebody. My life is gonna be ruined. You're gonna be stuck with her. So, still get to be what you said you could be, a dad. I don't have enough money. She's gonna betray me soon, and you can see it. You see the signs. You're about to change, and she will betray you. She likes Darth Vader. She likes Jack. That's how you got her. No, it's James when you're locked in, but you know, we don't control our ego. We're not trained to. So, if anybody makes that choice, you know, put yourself in the shadow realm for a couple years, don't do it. Get away from these kids. Like, I'm not trying to throw women under the bus and just say, oh, you're immoral, or you're deviant. Men, you know, men are out here doing the same fucking thing, so, you know. But it's just, I don't know, it's just, it made me think about what I heard a long time ago. If you want to see someone's true nature, give them power, give them money, give them things, and they'll reveal themselves, you know? And then that brought me back to the garden with Adam and Eve, and, you know, as soon as they sound the horns, as soon as they realize they can get more power, they could get something, it made things worse. And that's why I believe that power is knowledge. That's what the angel gave them. He gave them knowledge, the power to think. And that power to think came with the power to question the Lord. You get it? Very easily, we can easily deceive ourselves to do bad things. Because they're innocent at first, they're little. But my father tries to tell us constantly that you're very special and important. No matter how small you are, he designed you to affect the world around you, seen and unseen. Like when I was talking to Spiral today, I realized in the midst of our conversation we was talking about, I forgot exactly what we were talking about, but I ended up saying something. She was like, yeah, they make, like, we were talking about the world opinion, or the way they make us think, like, you know, like science says things are made out of randomness or whatever. And she was like, yeah, we're born something bad or something like that. And it made me right away go to the Bible verse of where it says, we're born into the curse of Adam, we're born into sin. And she said, yeah, that's what those fuckers be doing, see? And I said, see? I said, but I don't believe that. I said, they don't understand what it means. They just taking it for what it says. And I said, that's the division amongst us. Just like how you said it, the world, the scientists view, or the non-believers in God, we all still have that same belief of they make us feel like we're nothing. And then I told her, I said, nah, what I believe, because I don't want to say it's 100% and say they're wrong, but I do believe they're wrong because there's no way my father wants us to feel like shit for being born. Sound the horns. 2, you're innocent when you're born. You didn't do anything. You know how I know? Because the Bible says he takes care of fools and babies. Why would he do that? Because if you're a fool and you're a baby, you're not intelligent enough to you don't stand a chance. You do not stand a chance against this world. And men and women will let you down. So that's why he steps in. Without him, so many of us wouldn't even be here. So many stories I've heard in my lifetime of people having to literally be babies, 5, 6, and live in the streets and raise themselves up, and nobody did nothing. I remember when I heard about that story when I was in Pennsylvania from this Puerto Rican guy I met, and he told me about how he used to live down there in, I think it was Colombia or Puerto Rico, one of them spots. I think near Colombia though, somewhere, because his story was wow. And he was a kid, and his parents died, and he just lived off nature. He lived in his little town, and he would just eat off the trees and shit. And nobody helped him. Nobody did nothing. He was just there to live, and he survived and survived and survived. And then he got older, turned a teenager, and I don't know, he could have been lying, but he said the cartel picked him up, you know? They could use him as a mule. So they did. So he made his little bit of money. He eventually ran into a girl there that wanted to go to America. She leaves. She wants to leave, or she leaves and then tells him like, "Yo, I want you to come with me." So he makes a pimp decision and figures out a way to get out, and he left. And he went to Pennsylvania, and I met him. And he helped me realize why I was gonna have to break my fucking back up there. He renewed my fire from all the days that I complained about my mother and my father not being there, and my mother was there and didn't do this and all that. And I said, yo, she was there. Even if she did bad, she didn't leave you out there like that. You ain't had that hard, nigga. Even though you left on your own at 17 and started grinding, you got to fall back many times, and you know, you had those helps. That nigga had to grind, nigga. Could you imagine you a boy or a girl and you like, yo, you don't even know reality. You just know you gotta eat. You watch what other people do and you learn life. Then the Lord, you know. Anyway, I explained to her that what the Lord meant is the world is sinful because man has already, you know, he's smart. He knows we're gonna fucking do what we do. And because the world is fucked up and we're in the world of sin because you have the choice, where he's at, you choose and you get sent down here. So, you know? Because this is the realm of choice where sin can be, it's a realm of sin because it could be chosen. The people are not born in this sin on them. No, we're born in this world and we have a great chance to sin because as soon as you step into the world, well, if your mom doesn't know she's listening to sinful music, well, you are. and you're a baby, and that's your favorite shit. If your mom doesn't understand the dress code that she dresses makes her disrespectful in the Most High's eyes, and the way she has you dressed makes you, well, then that's what you're doing. See, when you all go back to the way things were, and we realize the way they dressed and why they made clothes out of certain things, because it naturally helped your body and prevented things and all of these other things and right? You'll start looking at life like me, like they were super smart, and we think we're not. We think we're something, and we literally wear things that hurt us. We do things, we speak things. Everything just gets our asses out of here earlier and earlier. My father promised us 120 years, god damn it. Guaranteed. Unless you start fucking your body up, your temple. And nowadays, you gotta eat. You gotta drink the water, you gotta breathe, you gotta, so good luck on that. Start reading these ingredients. Start realizing what's in the air. And then tell me I follow all the laws. They don't give you a choice. Oh yeah, that's why my father made me find that scripture where he said, when you're when special people in the bad places and you don't know any better, he forgives you because you have to eat the bad foods. He forgives you because you do the bad practices. But when you wake up, you stop doing these things. And then you're going to realize that the Lord's real, because you're going to realize, like, wait up, I can't stop certain things. I can't. Because if I want to be a real man of the Lord, you got to go grow your own food. The Lord gave Adam the power to grow food. So if you want to talk this Bible stuff, you got to go grow your own food. Hey, how you doing today? See, I want to do things like that. I want to go get my own land and grow my own food. Then I don't have to worry about people doing anything. I want to do my own thing, make my own clothes. Then I can't blaspheme the Lord. I can't have logos that mean things and names that mean things and I don't know. It can have my name. It can have, I love the Lord in Hebrew, Oh yeah, like my father told us to do. I don't see nobody doing that though. Anyway, all love, all praise to the